Hey, this is Sean, and I often get asked by other volleyball parents or coaches or people that are just getting into the sport, what resources do you recommend, like online resources with videos that I can go to either help understand the sport better myself or help my daughter or son get into the sport, especially if they're just joining and want to learn some of the basics? So in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 resources that I give out when I'm talking with family or friends or anybody that would like to join the sport of volleyball and learn more about it. Now, within these 5 options, we're going to be talking about some that have free versions, some that are paid, and some that have a combination of the two. The first resource that I recommend is called Sports Ed TV. And the reason I like this one so much is because it really goes over the basics of the different parts of the sport. So when it comes to serving or hitting, passing, setting, they break it down and go from just the very basics of it all the way up to more higher level activities. This is an example of some of the videos they have. So in this one, they're going over what they're calling spiking progression or a hitting training. And they're going all the way from the basic footwork up to how to go from different positions. Now, I like this because they have very accomplished coaches teaching it, and the techniques are things that I really agree with, and I think they set a very good foundation for players. So, once again, this is called Sports Ed TV, and there is a free version and a paid version. Now, I actually have the paid version. I got this a few years ago because I really found it to be helpful. However, this account right now is on the free version, and I did that just to make sure that what I'm sharing with you, you could access without paying for it, and you could try it out first. Now, one of the more difficult parts about this specific site is the volume of videos that they have because it's not just volleyball. They have all kinds of different sports on here. So you have to be really good about trying to organize it and find the videos that you want. And a lot of times when I send parents to this, they don't find this playlist or they don't see what they want. They get a little bit overwhelmed and they end up not using it. So what I would recommend is to go to the link to Sports Ed TV, and I'm actually going to provide you a link to this direct playlist. All right, the next option is a free YouTube playlist, and this is from a company that does a lot of other paid versions of things. So they have camps and clinics. I'm sure they have some paid online trainings as well, but this is called Gold Medal Squared. And the reason I like them so much is because, again, they have a good library of things, but they do have some very good basics videos. And one of the ones I often bring players to is the volleyball rotations and overlap rules. So if your child is getting into the sport, or even if you want to learn more about the sport and you don't understand the different rotations, especially when you're thinking about offenses like a 6-1 or a 5-2, if you don't know those terms or don't feel comfortable with the positions that you need to be in, you can check out this playlist and they go over the different rotations, the overlap rules, where each player should be in position for serve receive. So really good overall playlist there. They also have different videos from some of the top collegiate coaches all throughout this. So very good overall training in this. And again, things that I feel do lay a good foundation for players. So once again, this is Gold Medal Squared. The next one is another YouTube playlist, and this is Elevate Yourself. So this is Coach Donnie, and I've been following him for years on YouTube because he, again, does things in such a way that it makes it fun, but he has a really good foundation for players. So you can see here the video that he has highlighted on his page. He's talking about a 3-step jump approach. That was actually almost the exact same training that we saw in the first one with Sports Ed TV. They're teaching the same things, and they're both teaching it in a slightly different way. So sometimes with players, it's nice to get it from 2 different people so they can really understand it. And it usually goes along with what I'm teaching them on the court as well. So he has some great videos. He is still not only coaching, but playing. So you'll see him oftentimes in the videos, he'll be playing as well. And if you go to those playlists that he has some good overall tutorial videos, especially when it comes to things like serving and passing. So highly recommend checking out Elevate Yourself. All right, this next one is probably made more for coaches. In fact, I know it's made more for coaches, but I do think that parents and players can get a lot from it. And this is called the Art of Coaching Volleyball. Now, this has both a free version and a paid version, what they call their premium version. And I actually pay for their premium version and have for several years because it helps me as a coach develop practice plans for my teams. but they also have some really good resources when it comes to the mental side of volleyball. So when it talks about how to handle the pressure of a high intense game and you're at the serving line. So a little bit more onto that one. And I find that's really helpful for a lot of players. So you can find this again at the artofcoachingvolleyball.com. And there's a lot of videos here. Just like some of the other resources, it can be a little bit overwhelming with the amount of videos. So I have got this down to just serving drills, and you can see there's 185 videos here. So it can be a little bit overwhelming. So what I recommend is starting by searching through this with things like experience level. So if you're a beginner or your child's a beginner, you can start there and then go and up to some of these other levels as well. There's lots of different ways to organize and search through this. I usually go up to the top and hit skills and drills, and I'll look for serving or passing and try and pick out these individual things that I'm looking at. You can see that some are marked premium, and if that's the case, you do have to have the premium subscription for those. But you can also see there's a lot of videos here that are not marked premium that you'll have access to, even without that subscription. All right, the last one is the one that I'm probably most passionate about because it's the one I am building, and this is the Volleyball Parents Community. So this is an area that is focused more for parents than it is players. This allows parents like you and me to come together and support each other throughout this great volleyball journey. So we have all the things that you would expect in an online community. So there's an area to learn about the sport. There's an area to post and to connect with other members. You can search up other members and find who's in your area, connect with them. You can also find out about specific topics. So there'll be a resource library, which will have videos like this. There'll be some photo workshops, some courses that you can take, things like understanding your player's position or how to capture game film. Now, Volleyball Parents Community is a paid community, and we do that in order to be able to fund things like bringing on people to interview, whether that has to do with current coaches or recruiting options or understanding the different parts of the volleyball game. So if it's something you're interested in, please let me know, or just go and check us out at volleyballparentscommunity.com. We're going to have lots of additional resources throughout the year, including different webinars and trainings that you can be a part of. So I hope to see you in that community. I also hope the rest of these resources were really helpful for you. Definitely let me know if there's another resource that you recommend. I can always add it to this list and help others with that. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.